You guys are on my windowsill, and I was just on the phone with Bobby, and we are going over what happened in New York. If you haven't seen my video on what happened in New York, it's somewhere. It's in my videos. I have a hard time with sorries, and I'm trying to think about like why that is, and I think I just created this belief in my head that sorries were like useless because like if there's not an action behind it, then it's just like false promises. And in my own trauma, on my own unresolved trauma, there were so many sorries that happened, and I just wish that like action came behind it, and it didn't. And it was just a letdown. Like it was just like, sorry, I'm gonna do it again anyways. So I just kind of built this idea that sorries didn't mean shit. And I avoid saying sorry. I avoid saying sorry kind of like a lot. I say thank you for your patience, I say all of this, but I don't like to say I'm sorry. I'm realizing that it's hard for me to feel remorse is because of looking at what I've done. And on one hand, it's like I fucked up, like how am I gonna fix it and move on? And then there's like that logical point, and then there's like the emotional point of like showing remorse and expressing how sorry I am, and it's really difficult for me to do that. So I guess I'm just no one's answering the phone right now, and I think I just needed to turn on the camera and talk about like I have done terrible things video, and I'm like angry at myself, but I'm just like sad for myself now and everyone that I've hurt. I've hurt a lot of people, and I'm really sorry. And I've always thought that was like a given. But it's not. People need to hear it. I hurt a lot of people, and I fucked a lot of shit up. And I'm sorry. And I have to apologize to them individually. But I guess I'm just making this video to remember a lesson that I learned today, and that is that people deserve to hear that I'm sorry. I have so much pride and fear that it'll put me in a position to make people want to berate me more. But really, it puts people in a position to have mercy. And they deserve sorry. I'm really fucked up individual is trying to like get back to the basis. Like I know that there's light inside of me, but it's covered with a bunch of shadow and darkness. And I'm getting through to the light, and I feel more like myself. But there is that humbling lesson to learn to be humble. And I need to learn some humility. I think that's the biggest thing is I need to learn humility. I humiliated myself in New York last time I was here, before I moved here. I need some humility. I think I tried to balance that initial humiliation with pride and trying to justify and defend what I was doing, but I think I just need to put the guard down and say, yeah, it's gross and I fucked up. What I did was fucked up. And I hurt people. And this isn't the first time. I hope it's one of the last times that I fuck up this bad, but it probably won't be. Probably fuck something else up one day, and I'll have to apologize and be humble about it. And yeah, I remember with my 4-year relationship that I was in before, I fucked up a lot, and I was really fucked up and mean, and dishonest, and at the end I placed a lot of blame. I placed a lot of blame on him, and he loved me the whole time. And I was too selfish to see how much he loved me. Too selfish. I'm realizing now that I'm trying to call people and like find and like try to like talk to people that know my story and talk to people that are close to me, is that because of my lack of humbleness and my lack of humility, I lost a lot of people, and I really don't have anyone. My pride has made me lonely. And I'll just end it there. I'm miserable and alone. And that fucking sucks to see where I've ended up.